Welcome back, fight fans. Today, we're diving into the biggest controversy shaking the MMA world right now. Dana White is furious, Islam Makhachev is silent, and Ilia Topuria has just flipped the script on the entire UFC landscape. Is the UFC's lightweight division in crisis? Is Makhachev ducking Topuria? And what does this all mean for the future of the sport we love? Grab your popcorn because this is going to be a wild ride. We're breaking down all the drama, from Dana White's power moves to Topuria's shocking decision to vacate his featherweight belt. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss what we've uncovered about Islam Makhachev's next move. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. This is UFC Downfall, Dana White angry, Islam Makhachev refused to fight Ilia Topuria. Let's go. Let's start with Ilia Topuria, the undefeated Spanish sensation who has taken the MMA world by storm. Just a few months ago, Topuria was on top of the world after destroying Max Holloway at UFC 308. It wasn't just a win, brutal second-round knockout that left no doubt. Ilia Topuria was the king of the featherweight division. But here's where things get interesting. Instead of defending his featherweight title and building his legacy there, Topuria made an unprecedented move. He vacated his belt and announced he was moving up to lightweight to challenge none other than Islam Makhachev. Bold words from a fighter who hasn't even fought at 155 pounds yet. But why did he do it? According to Dana White, it's because he's done everything there is to do at featherweight. But let's be real. There's more to this story than just weight cuts and legacy. Topuria has been gunning for Makhachev for months now. After Islam defended his title against Renato Moicano at UFC 311, Topuria went straight to Twitter and called him out. And since then, he hasn't stopped. He wants this fight badly, but here's the thing. Does Islam want it too? The MMA community has been buzzing about this potential matchup ever since. Fans are divided. Some are excited about the prospect of seeing two elite fighters clash in the octagon, while others are skeptical about whether this fight will actually happen. Topuria's striking is explosive, and his grappling skills are top-notch as well. He has shown that he can finish fights both standing up and on the ground. His ability to adapt during fights makes him a dangerous opponent for anyone in either division. Islam Makhachev is no stranger to pressure. As Khabib Nurmagomedov's protege and one of the most dominant champions in UFC history, he has built an aura of invincibility around himself. 4 title defenses later, he stands at the top of the pound-for-pound rankings. But here's where things get strange. Despite all his talk about fighting anyone, anywhere, Islam has been suspiciously quiet about Ilia Topuria. No call-outs, no responses on social media, nothing. So what gives? Insiders are saying that Team Makhachev sees this as a high-risk, low-reward situation. Sure, Topuria is smaller, but his striking is lethal, and his confidence is through the roof. One mistake could cost Islam everything. Some analysts are even suggesting that Dana White might be forcing this fight to save a lightweight division that has started feeling stale. But if that's true, how does Islam feel about being pushed into this situation? The silence from Makhachev has left many fans scratching their heads. Is he truly afraid? Or is he simply playing it smart by waiting for an opportunity that benefits him more? In combat sports, timing can be everything. And now we get to Dana White, the man pulling all the strings behind the scenes. Love him or hate him, Dana has always been willing to take risks when it comes to matchmaking. But this time, it feels like he might be playing with fire. The UFC isn't exactly in its golden age right now. Pay-per-view sales are down, fans are complaining about boring cards, and let's not forget Dana's recent controversies outside the octagon. So what does he do? He puts all his chips on Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev, a fight that could either save the year or completely backfire. But here's where it gets tricky. Not everyone is on board with this matchup. Hardcore fans wanted Arman Tsarukyan or Benel Dariush to get their shot at Islam first. So if this fight doesn't deliver, could we be looking at a legitimacy crisis for Dana White and the UFC? If Dana miscalculates here, he risks alienating not just casual fans, but hardcore supporters who have been loyal for years. The stakes couldn't be higher. Let's not forget, Ilia Topuria is taking just as big of a risk here as anyone else. Moving up in weight class isn't easy, especially when you're going up against one of the most dominant grapplers in MMA history. History hasn't been kind to fighters who move up too quickly. Conor McGregor struggled at welterweight. TJ Dillashaw got destroyed when he dropped down in weight. So what makes Topuria think he can succeed where others have failed? But if there's one thing we know about Ilia Topuria, it's that he thrives under pressure. His team insists that his power will translate perfectly at lightweight, and they believe he has what it takes to shock the world again. Topuria trains with some elite-level lightweights during sparring sessions. They say he holds his own against them, despite being smaller in stature. His confidence radiates throughout his camp. They believe they have a game plan that can neutralize Makhachev's grappling prowess. So let's talk about why this fight must happen. First off, both fighters represent exciting styles that could lead to fireworks inside the octagon. Makhachev brings elite-level grappling and submission skills honed under Khabib Nurmagomedov's mentorship. Meanwhile, Topuria possesses explosive striking power combined with solid wrestling abilities himself. This clash isn't just about titles. It represents two different philosophies within MMA, grappling versus striking, and fans love nothing more than seeing those styles collide. Analysts are split down the middle on who would take home victory should these two face off. Some argue that if it goes into deep waters, favoring grappling exchanges, then Islam will dominate, while others believe if Ilia can keep distance early enough, then he could land something devastating. So here we are, two unstoppable forces on a collision course for greatness or disaster. Will Dana White's gamble pay off? Will Islam Makhachev finally respond? Or will Ilia Topuria prove that size doesn't matter when you've got heart and skill? The future of the UFC could hinge on this fight. But what do you think? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're hyped for this showdown, and subscribe for more breaking MMA updates every week.